This is 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening with Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. If you would like to have anything to pop off because it's Friday, if you want to pop off on anything, it's Friday. It is your day. 833-212-1017. You can call, you can text, or get this. You ready? You can hit us on YouTube. Just go to youtube.com/@1017 The Truth, and you can holler at us and, well, not holler at us, but holler at us and tell us what exactly is on your mind and what is peeving you today. Because my peeve today is a continuation of yesterday as it relates to MONEY. Money, finances, budgeting, investing, debt. I'm tired of it, and it's time Milwaukee changes. It is time that we figure out what it is we're going to do, how we're going to change it, and how we're going to make Milwaukee better. Get up off of your duff and put the work in. Stop waiting on somebody else to come save you, because ain't nobody going to come save you. The Democratic, see, you got me so flustered. The Democratic Party is not going to save you. The Republican Party is not going to save you. The Independent Party is not going to save you. Federal, state, county, and local government will not save you. It is up to you. You're going to have to learn some stuff. You're going to have to do some stuff. You're going to have to wake up and figure out what is going on in your life. I'm serious. You're going to have to. Look, let me start off nice. Good afternoon, Truth Nation. Let me ask you a hard question. You know this ain't going to last long, right? When it comes to money in the black community here in Milwaukee, after everything you heard yesterday, what is it? Are we underinformed? Are we underinvested? or simply under trusting? All right, it's over. Because whenever the topic of financial advisors and people helping you with your money comes up, people split into two groups. They either go, everybody needs a financial advisor, or financial advisors just here to take your money. Now, get it, right? There's honesty in both sides. I want to talk about the pros and the cons of using a financial advisor, a financial coach for people in Milwaukee. Not fantasy, not internet motivation, not get rich quick scheme, all that. I'm talking about real wealth, real statistics, real life. We heard a lot of it yesterday. This is educational, so if you really want some advice and if you really want some coaching, see a competent professional. But that being said, you heard it. Milwaukee has one of the worst racial wealth gaps in America. That's not opinion. That's documented reality. We heard it yesterday. And according to what you heard yesterday, from data, with data, youcanuse.org, right? Go to that site, datayoucanuse.org. Their 2025 wealth study on Milwaukee metro area showed, and this is the one that just keeps sticking in my craw, the median white household in Milwaukee has more wealth. The one that's in the middle. Remember, we talked about mean, median, and mode. Mean is the average. Mode is the middle with half above and half below. Mode is how many times does that number show up, right? Throw away mode, throw away mean. We're at median. The middle is still richer and more affluent and has more wealth than the wealthiest black people. What does that mean? Even if you look at the mean, the average white household here reportedly has a higher net worth after you take all of your assets, subtract all the money you owe. They have a higher net worth than many of the highest earning black households. And if we don't understand money, not income, but wealth, we continue confusing looking successful and being financially secure. Now, let's deal with the first reality. Number one, we're going to look at the pros of having a financial advisor. And if you have any questions, 833-212-1017 is the number. Here are the pros. A good financial advisor can actually help people avoid financial chaos. Notice I said good. Not flashy, not somebody you found on social media, not somebody renting a Lamborghini and taking a picture for Instagram. I'm talking about a real, licensed, competent, professional, certified advisor. Because many people, even educated people, don't understand investing. They don't understand retirement planning, taxes, estate planning, insurance strategies. And for the life of me, they don't understand compound interest. I had to put compound interest in because it's actually debt. Or it's positive if you're investing. That lack of knowledge costs people billions, if not trillions of dollars of wealth. You got to admit, many black families in Milwaukee are first-generation wealth builders. We don't always inherit stock portfolios and paid-off houses and trusts and investment and all that. According to the State of Black Wisconsin report, African-American home ownership in Milwaukee is only about 27.5%, ranking near the bottom of major metropolitan areas in America. Why is that important? Because home ownership is a primary source of wealth. Not rap money, not lottery tickets, not sports contracts, not viral fame, not an influencer, home equity. So if you don't have somebody teaching you how money works, you can make six figures and still die broke. That's where a competent financial professional can come in. They will help you understand retirement accounts, reduce emotional financial decisions. They're going on a trip to Greece. I want to go too. Create a long-term plan, protect your family with insurance, build generational wealth. Stop operating paycheck to paycheck emotionally, even if you got good money. Here's the deal. People don't need more money. They need more structure. And an advisor can help people avoid what I call black tax pressure. Anybody know what black tax pressure is? Well, I'm about to air it out and tell black dirty laundry. Financially rescuing everybody. Every time somebody got a problem, they call you. I need some money, my car broke. I need some money, I need some gas. I need some food. I need some shelter. I need. My baby need clothes. I need tuition money. Black tax pressure. Hey, gotta look right. How many times I see women walking around with nappy hair, crappy clothes, and their nails are tight. Bizarre. Because what you're doing is you're buying status before stability. Or better yet, you just fund everybody else's emergency, ignore your own future. And Milwaukee knows this pressure well. You can be the first person in your family with a decent career, and then suddenly you are the emergency fund for 20 different people. A financial advisor can sometimes be a neutral voice and say, no, you can't keep withdrawing from retirement. No, you shouldn't buy that car. No, your child needs a college fund. And no, you cannot retire with no plan. Now, wisdom sometimes sounds offensive when people are actually used to dysfunction because it's been normalized. But let's look at the other side. Here are the cons of having a financial advisor. Everybody with a suit is not trustworthy. So stop pretending. Historically, black people have had legitimate reasons to distrust financial institutions. Even right here in Wisconsin and Milwaukee. Redlining, predatory lending, discriminatory banking, and those, all you got to do is drive through the neighborhood. They're still visible today. Wisconsin Policy Forum shows Wisconsin has one of the largest black-white home ownership gaps in the nation. Home ownership gap, wealth gap. Home equity shortens the gap. You put it together. So when older black people say, I don't trust banks, that distrust didn't just appear out of nowhere. It came from history. And unfortunately, some financial advisors exploit people, push products instead of plans, make commissions steering people into bad investments, unnecessary insurance, high fee accounts. And some people, especially in communities that are vulnerable, don't even realize they're being drained financially a little bit over time. And that's dangerous because consider this. Some people hire financial advisors too early. They don't make enough money. They don't have enough in savings. I said it. And if you're drowning in debt, constantly overdrafting, living beyond your means, and have no financial discipline, you're not going to have it with an advisor either. Because your problem isn't investing, your problem is behavior. Financial literacy, and we're going to talk about that later. Financial literacy without discipline is absolutely useless. You can't out-invest reckless spending. You can't budget around your ego. And you can't build wealth while trying to impress other people that are broke. Some families in Milwaukee don't invest because they think investing is for rich white people. And that mindset will kill you. Because white people, let me retract that. Let me just say, some people are debating whether investing matters. Other people's money is compounding daily. White people. And quietly, that's how the wealth gap widens. Because according to data, national data discussed this year in the Washington Post, black Americans still hold only a fraction of total American wealth despite representing a much larger share of the population. Is that bizarre or what? And the answer isn't work harder. It's ownership. Owning assets, investments, real estate, retirement accounts, business equity, financial education. So what should you do first? Let's just get to the crux of the matter. This is education. This is not advice. But this is what I think. This is what I had to do to get where I am. I had to stop being financially intimidated. Money, that's money. Everybody got money. I grew up on welfare, so I can't. Stop that. You don't need to be rich to learn about money, because you got to know what to do with it before you get it. Second, if you seek a financial advisor, interview them. They're applying to take care of your money. You're hiring them. They're not hiring you. They shouldn't be telling you anything. You should be asking them, how much do you get paid? How you get paid? Is it commission? Are you fiduciary based? And most of them charge, like on average, we'll charge 1% of your portfolio. I think that's too much money, because that's 1% I could be making. Can you make that 3/4 or half? Is it negotiable? That's trash. What certifications do you have? Now, you don't have to have them, nor do you have to be licensed if you meet state requirements. So you would have to check. You have to ask how many clients they have. How often are you going to see me? What exactly are the fees? And watch this. You know your investment philosophy, what you like to do and don't do. Ask them, what's your investment philosophy? Where do you put money? Are you with Fidelity? Are you with Vanguard? Are you with, like, where do you put your money at? Do you put your money where you're going to get the highest fees from them? And finally, how can you help first-generation wealth builders? What educational pieces do you have that you can teach me and show me so that I can move forward? And then third, a financial advisor cannot and should not replace financial literacy. You still need to read, you still need to learn, you still need to study, you still need to ask questions. You need to understand your money, because nobody should care more about your money and your future than you. We got to stop normalizing financial struggle. It is not cute. Ooh, I'm struggling. Stop. We talk 3 hours about sports. Somebody mentions life insurance for 30 minutes and, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable. I don't understand it. We do pop culture all day. Gossip, trash. Nothing that can go in your brain about pop culture can give you anything useful. But we don't talk about wills. We don't talk about trust. We don't talk about retirement. We don't talk about investing. We don't talk about dying. That has to change, because wealth is not about luxury. Wealth, get this, and I said it yesterday, is about having an option. You want to do that or not? Well, if I decide to do it, I can just do it. And if I decide not to do it, You can help your children. You can survive emergencies, retire with some dignity. But you know the real thing about it? You can own your own time. Because in a city like Milwaukee, where racial wealth disparities remain the worst in the country, we cannot afford to be stupid about finance anymore. Because a financial advisor cannot save your undisciplined bad habits. But disciplined people can absolutely use financial advisors to accelerate their wealth. Whatever they got, they can build it up and make it bigger. Oh, and there's a major difference about money. You can build all you want, but what kind of building are you doing? Because I'm going to tell you, and I've known it in the past, building debt creates bondage. You know what building wealth creates? Bloodlines.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 101.7 The Truth.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement. Or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
An unsuspecting driver at a Milwaukee barbershop.
I got an apprentice here shadowing me. I'm gonna put this hot towel on, man. About a good 3 minutes, all right?
The apprentice is Donald Driver.
So when you come here, you drive?
Yes.
Your car got seatbelts?
Yeah.
You wear them?
No.
Okay, but why not?
I don't want to.
But do you know you can get a ticket for that? I'm gonna give you a ticket. Bet you wish you buckle up now.
Oh my God.
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Take it, click it. There we go. Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways. Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I wish that I was bulletproof. I wish that I was bulletproof.
I'm tripping on my words and my patience, writing every verse in a cadence to tell you how I feel. This is how I deal with who I.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. George, you're on Pop-Off Friday on 1017 The Truth. What's going on?
My Pop-Off Friday, okay.
Yep.
So when I text you that question the other day.
What question?
And I asked your opinion about the Supreme Court decision.
Which one?
And I asked you about.
I don't remember. Which one?
Okay, you probably don't. But anyway, about what the Supreme Court did about the votes.
Oh, the Voting Rights Act?
So you said you didn't. Yes. And so you didn't really. First of all, you started off, what do you care about what me and Tori thought? Okay, because what happened was that what they did, and you saw what they did in Tennessee the other day.
What did they do?
They're systematically.
No. Explain
systematically. Dr. Ken, this is why we get. You say this Pop-Off Friday, call in. So I'm trying to get my thoughts out. But when you do that, it interrupts my thoughts.
But you mentioned two different things, and that is confusing.
No,
so
I didn't.
Want you to explain. You mentioned Tennessee, and you mentioned the vote. You mentioned the Voting Rights Act.
So you don't know what happened in. Okay, so that's all together. So you don't know what happened in.
That's not what I said.
You don't know what happened.
That's not what I said. I said explain
and
Tennessee.
That's why I text. That's why I texted you the other day, because we have this back and forth.
I know.
And then I can't get my thoughts out because you do this on purpose.
Explain
I think you do
Tennessee.
This on purpose.
Well, you can think what you want.
Okay, on Tennessee yesterday, they voted in the office. And they divided up where the black people do most of it, they split it up. So now it's going to be very hard to have any black representation in Tennessee.
Correct.
Okay. So you know that, Dr. Ken, and I'm pretty sure most of the people that are listening probably know that already. That's why I called it, asked your opinion, what you thought, but you start going off right away, and then you act like you didn't know what was going on. So you know that the Republicans have been trying whatever they can do.
Correct.
To take away our voting rights, okay? And when I sent that question in to you, you knew what I was talking about. I'm reading the text
do not
YouTube.
ever.
I'm reading the text.
Yes, I'm interrupting you in this point.
I'm reading the text.
I'm interrupting you at this point because do not speak for me or what I'm thinking. You do not know. Just say what you're going to say.
Well, you did that to me, and that's where I'm going, Dr. Ken, but you keep interrupting.
I know. It's my show. I do that.
Somebody put in YouTube, Dr. Ken likes to play devil's advocate. And so when I got out of the car and I started reading the things, I text back in, he likes doing that. You called me stupid. You don't know me.
I said that's stupid.
Yes,
I didn't call you stupid.
You said you don't know me. That's stupid. And I would bound to say, Dr. Kim, most of the people that you talk about on your show, you don't have a personal
stupid.
You don't have a personal relationship with
That's not true. See, again, you don't know what you're talking about. That's not true.
So you have a personal relationship
with a lot of
Gwen Moore. You have a personal relationship with Donald Trump. You have a personal relationship with Donald Trump.
What is your point? What is it you're trying to get at?
That's what I'm trying to do. If you let me get it out.
Well, I don't have to, but I'm gonna let you.
Trying to make. And we went through this once before because when I used to text, you used to text me back. I said, Dr. Ken, why you do that? Or whatever you say, I'm going to say the opposite of it.
Are you going to make your point or not?
And I said to you, I'm making my point, Dr. Ken. I'm making my point.
Don't raise your voice.
I'm making my point.
Don't raise your voice.
But for some reason, this is
Don't raise your voice.
Dr. Ken, you need to grow up, man. Why do we got to do this every time?
I can say what you said is stupid. I will never call you stupid. I admit I've said stupid things. What I did was probably a stupid thing. But when you insult me, I'm done. We can argue back and forth. We can go back and forth. But when you insult me, I'm done. I don't want to talk to George ever again. Ever. Ever. Done. Is part of that my fault? Yes. I'll take 50%. You know what? My bad. I'll take 100%. 833-212-1017 is the number. My poll question in the YouTube chat, when it comes to money, are we not informed, not invested, or just not trusting? You get to choose one. You get to choose one. Right now, at 28 minutes after the hour, 60% say not informed, 10% say not invested, and where'd it go? And 30% said not trusting. So it's one of those things, right? Oh, Laron says, stop interrupting him. No. Laron said, mostly not informed because you're not informed. You don't know who to trust and what to invest in. Good point. He said, my lottery retirement fund has not worked out as planned. Ooh, that is funny. Let me go back to the top. Hey, what's up, Quanda? What's going on? Yes, it's Pop Off Friday. Sincere Ronnie Ray Real gets another, what comes after 10 minutes? Because he didn't say hello to me again.
Let me check. $30 minutes or 24 hours.
No, that's too much. Can you give him 10 minutes? Yeah, give him 10 minutes because he didn't say hello to me again. He just said, yo, what's up? As if that's supposed to suffice. Have an ego to feed. It's Pop Off Friday. LaRon said he want to pop off about his timeout yesterday. Who gave you a timeout? Did I give him a timeout? I didn't give you a timeout yesterday, did I? Oh, G-Ash, there's a protocol that when you come on the YouTube chat on somebody's show, you got to say hello to the host first. And then notice how I broadened that. It was just my show. Now I'm making everybody. You got to say hello to the host first. Then you can say hello to everybody else. Hey, what's up, Willie? See, Willie got it right. Willie said, "Afternoon, Dr. Ken and Truth Nation." Thank you. LT said, "Fear of missing out when I was young had me best concert tickets, then struggled to pay my bills." Yep. And then Klonda and Lucretia did that bestie thing again, that weird, like, what do they call that when men do that? They have a guy crush. I guess they got a girl crush. Yeah. LT, stop interrupting him. 100%. Oh, he tripping. Al said, "How come we can't pick all of the above?" Because we want to know the percentage of people that believe what they believe. All right. Oh, I remember LT, you did it again. You're not supposed to write that name in the chat. Ever. Never. Ever. Ever. Got it, LT? I'm going to give you a pass because it's Pop-Off Friday, so I'm going to just pop off about it, and then we're going to go from there. Okay? Is that all right? 833-212-1017 is the number. If you have anything to pop off about, well, not anything. Anything within reason, because you know how that can go. We also got a poll question in the YouTube chat. You can go to youtube.com/@101.7 The Truth. When it comes to money, are we not informed, not invested, or not trusting? But we come back, we're gonna talk a little bit more about Climb USA. And now with 101.7 The Truth traffic, here's Debbie Lazaga.
Still a bit slow along southbound 43. We're looking at delays just south of Hampton, all the way down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge, down to the KK River crossing. The northbound side backing up around the Plainfield curve, all the way up past Oklahoma Avenue. Then you slow down again at Kilbourne, all the way up past North Avenue. Eastbound 94, heavy ride from 164 to about Springdale Road, again through the Barker Road area, and then from 70th Street to 35th. Westbound heavy from 35th Street to Hawley Road, Highway 100 all the way to Elm Grove Road, and a little bit past Moreland as well. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, increasing clouds, a stray sprinkle is possible, a low of 48. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance for afternoon showers, a high of 68. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
Still think you're going to use those old chemicals just sitting around under the sink, in the garage, or down in the basement? We're talking things like old antifreeze, paint thinners, batteries, propane cylinders, and pesticides. So don't let them sit there. Get rid of them right away. To MMSD's Home Hazmat Drop-Off Centers. It's safe, it's easy, and it's open to all Milwaukee County residents. There are 3 locations open year-round. Let's clean up Milwaukee.
Join Cousins Club Rewards today. Grab your first sub and your next one could be free. After your first qualifying purchase, you'll earn a free sub and start collecting points for free food, exclusive deals, and even Cousins gear. Sign up today. It's fast and easier than ever on the Cousins Subs app. Earn points online, on the app, or in store. However you enjoy Cousins Subs, your rewards are right at your fingertips. Cousins Subs. We believe in better.
Honest, direct, and always thought-provoking.
Even if the system don't make sense anymore. And that's the part we got to be honest about. Education is not a theory. It's not a title. It's not a category. It's a student, it's a teacher, it's a classroom, and there's learning. Everything, everybody else, including the superintendent herself, are secondary. Assistant superintendents, or whatever the heck you call them, deputy, chief of school, everybody, they are secondary if a child's not learning. The student is the number one thing there. So if we've reached the point where the only way to defend the system is to argue that keeping teachers out of a classroom is essential to education, then we're not just confused. We backwards. And when policy, practice, priorities and money collide like that, there's only one word for all of this. Nonsensical.
Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Weekdays from 4 to 6. Live on YouTube and broadcasting on 1017 The Truth.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is your True Sports Update. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Brewers are ready for a 6-game homestand starting tonight against the Yankees at American Family Field. General Manager Matt Arnold.
Sure, a lot of people interested this weekend because, the Yankees don't come into town very often, and they're a really good team. And honestly, if you can't make it out this weekend, the Padres are coming in, and they're going to be a tough team the rest of the way, too, and they're going to be here, next week as well. So it's going to be a fun homestand for the Brewers.
Also in tonight's game, CeCe Sabathia and David Parker will be inducted into the Brewers' Wall of Honor. They'll both be recognized on field with special pregame video and ceremonial first pitch. Jacob Mizrowski takes the mound for the game 1 of the series. 6:40 first pitch. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. After officially introducing Taylor Jenkins as their new head coach, the Bucks are now turning their attention to the NBA draft. Draft lottery is this Sunday. ESPN says the Bucks have a 3% chance of the top overall pick. For your True Sports Update, I'm Andrew Zimmel.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number if you want to pop off. Currently, 37 minutes after the hour, it is 64 degrees with a low of 51 tonight, so might need a little bit of a jacket. Al said one of the worst things that the black community is affected by is looking good. We will pay our future money just to look good. Quanda says, let me pop off, and you need to give my man something. That must be one of those generational things. Sincere said, a pass. He started as Dr. Ken, but because it wasn't first was a problem, then he went to Ken. You say he doesn't know you like that. Quanda says, so at this point, what? Should he say he's saying he is greeting, but it's not Dr. Ken's way of greeting? Be fair all around. And here's what I told them. Let's remember this is entertainment, right? Going back and forth and getting mad. It's still entertainment with some, Milwaukee black talk intermixed in. It's entertainment. I'm not bothered by Sincere. Doesn't say, I didn't say Dr. Ken first. It's a fun thing to go, hey, he didn't say Dr. Ken, right? Let's just have some fun.
Like an inside joke at this point.
We go back and forth. Sincere says, yo. I say, oh, he didn't tell me this. Yo, I'm gonna give him a 2. Like I'm not a blocker of people, right? So playing, I'm gonna block you for 10 minutes is about it. That's personally anything longer than that. I'm not really with that. Regardless of what you say or do. I wouldn't block George for more than 6 weeks. No, I'm just kidding. It's just 10 minutes. It's not that serious. Yes, we dispense information to the black community and we talk about things that we want to inform. But let's not be so serious that we get irritated and get and mad at people and call people out of their name because, right? I might say something you say is stupid. you might say something I say is stupid. That's all. Other people have a right to say what they say. You have a right to say what you say. What we have to start doing is not counter what somebody else says or tear down what somebody else says. Just say what you say. With George, I didn't know what he was talking about. Are we talking about the Voting Rights Act that passed and the stuff in, Louisiana? Or are we talking about what they did in Tennessee? I'm trying to get him to pick one of those so we can go through that and then explain to people what it is. You don't know? Okay, I'm and then spiraling into, you always interrupt me because it's unclear. And I'm trying to get clarity. So, if George got offended, I apologize. But I'm not changing. 833-212-1017 is the number. Sandra, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. And you got to talk shorter this time, Sandra, because you be taking up all my time.
No, I don't. No, okay. Hi, Dr. Ken.
Hey, Sandra, how are you? I'm fine. How are you?
I'm just fine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. It's Pop-Off Friday. I'm having a great day.
I'm glad you said that because I want to pop off.
Okay.
It's not on you, though. It has nothing. It does have something to do with you, but it has something to do with all of us.
You can pop off on me if you want.
No. This is for all of us. What I want to say is now we're seeing gas prices rise, right? And cars are small. Once the cars got smaller, I thought they should get cheaper.
What gets cheaper, the gas or the car?
Well, cars are smaller, but they cost a lot more. Remember when they started making the cars a lot smaller? And then the prices went up and up and up and up?
Okay.
And I was thinking they're plastic, made of plastic and all this, so why did they have to go up? But my point is...
I can answer that if you want, but go ahead.
Okay, you can answer just one quick second.
Yes, ma'am.
Even if you go to the store, you used to buy cupcakes, you get 12 in the box, right? Now they put it to 8, but they charge you the 12 box price.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Everything you go for is smaller, like the washing powder.
Companies want to make more money.
So much smaller. But that's greed. That's really stuck on us. It's taking money to get nothing for the product.
Okay,
now answer my question with the cars. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was waiting on you to answer the question, which I forgot because it's Pop-Off Friday because I'm doing 29 things at one time.
Well, you said about the cars and the gas. We were talking about the gas and cars.
So one, they just want to make more money. All a small car means is that you'll be more efficient, a little more efficient. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. You're supposed to be more efficient, and you'll then spend less money on gas. So your tank might cost $15 to fill up at a certain price, where somebody else might have to pay $45 because they got a bigger car.
Yeah, but the price of the car is more, and the interest is rates and all that stuff.
And most people make more money to pay for it. Some people do. If that were the case, we wouldn't have so many cars on the road.
Well, maybe you don't. Maybe it'd be Uber. Maybe it'd be the bus.
They got to pay for gas, too.
So, it's not all our cars on the road. But I'm just looking at other stuff, your groceries.
That's just how life goes. Honestly, I'm being totally honest when I say this. That is how life goes. You're not going to get anything for free, and prices are going to go up 2-3% a year. That's just how it goes.
I don't want to be cheated. That's what I'm saying. We're getting cheated. That's the way I feel.
Okay.
So that's what my pop-off was.
Okay.
Okay, man. Have a good weekend.
All right.
Okay. Bye-bye.
833-212-1017. I want to find the AOC comment she made about billionaires. And in the 5 o'clock hour, I want y'all to hear that because I want to know what you think about it. I'm just saying. Al, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hey, my Pop-Off Friday is racism because it gives a low vibration peasant mindset because somebody feels somebody is going to beat them out because they know they are very mediocre.
You're talking about the racists.
The racists, and I don't see no benefit because all it is somebody don't want to put in the work. But when you ask them certain questions, they cannot counterattack. Prime example, I say, well, if your white supremacy is so good and so great, and you're all about being men and taking over and being men, why do you come second to converted Europeans? And they're not losing nothing. But your kin folks is losing jobs, farms, but you feel your white supremacy is the superior race when you're taking losses to people who are not even really Europeans. And I usually get cussed out, but I just find it to be so funny because I feel like it's our ocean. It's a roaches of the ocean mindset. When they feel like somebody is competing when nobody is competing, they're just trying to get it. But because somebody put so much baggage on their shoulders, like their mother, father, grandfather, they're like lockjaw and they have no comeback.
Okay.
Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you. 833-212-1017 is the number. When we come back, I'm going to hit the talking text line because they chopping it up.
It's the 32nd annual Home Blow birthday party for the kids on Saturday, June 27th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. for kids ages 2 to 13 years old at the Fitzsimmons Boys and Girls Club in Metcalf School. Admission is absolutely free. Shout out to our presenting sponsor, Beta Philanthropies, Inc., and platinum sponsors, the Office of Early Childhood Initiative Mighty Small Moments, the Brewers Community Foundation, Spectrum, and Westcare. If you'd like to be a sponsor for this year's party, email the Homer Blow Foundation at gmail.com or call 414-248-4954.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Let me get to this talking text line. Oh my gosh. Blowed up. Todd said, money creates freedom. Marcus said, I don't know why he was wasting his time arguing. Just say what you got to say, man. Todd said, you are a patient man. DeAndre said he also can't assume the listeners know what he's talking about. Correct. And that's what I was trying to differentiate between the two. So I wanted him to explain what happened in Tennessee and what went on. So George said, "You are right, and I hope your listeners know you don't like being challenged." How was I challenged? Anyway, grown men know how to hold a conversation, so how me saying, "Grow up, brother," but a white person calling you the N-word doesn't bother you? Because I can walk away from a white person calling me the N-word just like I walked away from you when you called me. That's one. Number two, you didn't challenge me at all. I asked for clarification and you got mad. So how's that on me? What I wanted you to do, because you're too busy not listening, because all you can say is also, let me go all the way back. Let me go all the way back. First of all, there's what would you call it, Zach? A gap of, there's a pause in the phone where you're about a half a second. What did you say? You said it too fast.
Delay.
There's a delay. So if you pause, I don't hear when you start talking again. So if I start talking, your delayed talking will go over mine. Mine goes over yours, and then you think I cut you off. So a lot of times that's why I just stop talking and I say, "Go ahead." Then I have to wait for you to hear me say, "Go ahead," and then talk. That's one. Number two. No, I don't want you to call anymore. No, I'm done. I'm done talking to you. I'm not going through all this stuff again. If you got issues every time you call and you can't be clear, no. Now watch this. You can call. I'm just not going to talk to you. I'll put it like that. Because grown men, See, here's a problem. Here's a problem. And I finally figured out what it is with you, George, and what it is with other callers. I don't like passive-aggressive people. If you're direct and say you like something or you don't like something or you this or you that, that's fine. That's the ego part of me. But when you say grown men don't know how to hold a conversation, you're saying I'm acting like a child. Well, then say I'm acting like a child. I can respect that. That's stupid. I can respect that, direct. But this passive-aggressive, grown men know how to hold a conversation. So you're calling me a child. That's why. You called me a child. And anybody that can't directly call me something, listen, if you was in the YouTube chat, they put me on blast every day. Quanda be like, "Dr. Ken, you said this, and I rewrote it. I went back and listened to the tape, and you said this. You was wrong." Guess what I say? Yep, you're right. Direct. LTB like, "No, you said this, man. That's wrong. It's this. Here's the link." Boop. Like that. That's correction. Not you're wrong, but then I don't have anything to back it up. I don't have anything to say. All I simply wanted you to do to explain what happened in Tennessee so that people that are listening will understand and know and be on the same page as you. Then you can talk about voting rights that they did in the Supreme Court in Louisiana. Those are two different things. So I was asking you, which one were you talking about? You went into the same diatribe of I interrupted you. I get it. But I'm not putting up with that anymore. I'm done. So you can call anybody else's show and you can trash me like you've done on other people's show all you want. But I'm not putting up with it anymore. Okay. Quanda said, no, "Hey, Quanda, watch your language. We don't do that. See? He's starting to do." So what was it that Todd said that you upset with? Do we hear the same Dr. Ken go back to the beginning of the show and his patient shows? Huh? Dad, Quanda, you so mean. Quanda said, "So this whole timeout thing is definitely stupid if we all can say what we want without being put on timeout. Come on, contrarian." No, I said him. Listen, it's entertainment. Relax. Take it easy. Breathe. And Quanda, you can't say you're not upset if you type in all caps. I'm just saying, because that means you hollering at me. And that's a lot of hollering. I get hollered at all the time. And Quanda, just say he's a lie and then let it go. And I told you yesterday, Quanda, I'm petty. Petty Freddy. I told you that. LT said, child, please. That's what I'm talking about. That's fun, right? People are direct. See, I'm just saying. But let me go back. We had a poll today. When it comes to money, we are not informed, not invested, or not trusting. And 53% say not informed, 27% not invested, and 20% say not trusting. Now, I did say that I was going to talk about it, and so we need to look at Climb USA. Like those of you that want to learn about the market, go to climbusa.org and look at what's going on as it relates to the stock market experience. I'll talk about that a little later. But start to learn those things. Read multiple books that talk about money from different points of view so you can start to develop your own philosophy of investing, right? It takes in time, age, your proclivities, your fears. All those things play a part in how you handle money. But there's some things that are just guaranteed that over time you can make some money. One of them usually is owning a home, building equity. So those are the kind of things we're going to be popping off about in the 5 o'clock hour and talking about all sorts of things. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Hey, Quanda, Top 5 at 5 up next.
Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you. And then they gonna tell you, come here. Now, you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tori Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020.
And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
Milwaukee's Black Talk lives here. You are listening to 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Now, here's the deal. Are y'all ready? Are y'all listening? It's Pop-Off Friday. So I popped off. George can call anytime he wants to. I'll talk to George anytime he calls. Calm down. Okay. And let me do. Oh, it's changing. 42% not informed. 37% not invested and 21% not trusting. Because the question in the YouTube chat, when it comes to money, are we not informed, not invested, or not trusting? Not informed only has like a 5-point lead to not invested. So it sounds like people kind of know. People kind of know what to do. They just don't do it because they're too busy trying to look like everybody and trying to, be all that to everybody. And then when it don't work, it don't work. And I just find that interesting because, it's it don't make no sense. It just makes no sense. And I can say that because I do dumb stuff and spend money on dumb stuff too, right? I think I said my weakness a long time ago. Mine is sweaters. I got about 12 sweaters at home. Cardigan sweaters, button-up sweaters, sweaters with patches on the elbow, pullover sweaters, turtleneck sweater. I love sweaters. I love winter. I can go 2 weeks and wear a sweater every day and never wear the same sweater. That's how bad my fetish is. And I admit it, it's a fetish because I like how it feels. Oh, a sweater, right? So what do I have to do? I got to check myself. I have a clothes buying schedule. This is when you can buy a sweater. That's it. One a year. I'm limited to one a year. One. Because I got 12 already. So then I have 13, then I have 14, then I have 15, then I have 16. 16, 17, 18, 19, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Is that simple? Is that cool? Oh, question. What do you think summer will be like?
Number 5.
From JS Online, what will summer be like? Will it be hot? Will it be cold? What are the weather experts saying? Well, it's only still spring. AccuWeather forecasts the heat and the storms won't be much different from the norm. Some parts of the country will struggle with deviations of 4 degrees or higher, but Wisconsin won't stray from the usual heat. That's what the forecast says. That means highs between 70 and 85 should be expected around the start of June and to the end of August. And then AccuWeather also predicted an increase of derecho in the Midwest. I don't know what that is. What is derecho? Derecho. According to the National Weather Service, it's a major inland thunderstorm named after Spanish adjective straight line. Storm clusters back to back and are capable of wind speeds over 100. That's how we got all that flooding we had. What makes the difference of derecho? What makes it different is from typical severe storms is the scale. Official derechos will cover 400 miles or more of frequent wind damage. Instead of swirling like hurricanes, tornadoes, they move in straight lines. But usually tornadoes are much thinner. Storms in a straight line, that don't even sound good.
Number 4.
Hey, we talked about it yesterday with Bob Wynn, president of ClimbUSA.org. And there's a stock market experience that we talked about. It is an event. You can go to their website and check it out. It runs June 15th through August 4th. You learn trading, and you get speakers, and you get all that stuff, and there's a capstone and all that things. What you get is an 8-week hands-on simulation that introduces youth and adults. Hear me? Youth and adults to the fundamentals of investing through a fun, team-based competition, and participants gain real-world skills in stock research, portfolio strategy, wealth building, no prior experience necessary. When I went to grad school to get my MBA in finance, we actually had to go through simulation in corporate finance. And so we were actually able to invest and change a company and put money here and sell these many widgets and all of that. And it went into the system, and based on whatever all the other teams around the country did, it spit back your rank every week. And I think one of the weeks we were, it's about eight weeks long or however long. In the time we were in, we were number one like once. And then we dropped to about, it's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 800 teams throughout the country at any given time on it. It was phenomenal because it taught you how to run a business and how you can make a tweak over here and it does this over here, where you can simulate the same thing with the stock market. You can use play money and you can invest, and you can say, I want to invest in these and do this. And it tracks the real market with the real company, except it doesn't use real money. And it'll tell you that this worked, that didn't work, you lost money, you got money. But it teaches you fundamental investing. And I think that's something that everybody should do. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something every single person should do.
Number 3.
In another event, also from JS Online, the 5 Points Neighborhood Association is holding a Walk into Wealth. Notice everything I'm talking about today got to do with money. Walk into Wealth event to help participants expand their business connections with an emphasis on maintaining their physical and mental well-being. It's this Saturday, that's tomorrow, beginning at 9 a.m. It's at Mesmer High School. It'll be organized in partnership with the House of Kings and Priests Incorporated, Rise Drug Free MKE, Thrivent, and Center for Leadership of African Women's Wellness. The Walk into Wealth event will feature 45-minute workshops on financial guidance, wellness, and networking. There'll also be guest speakers, including Tito Izzard. He was on my Truth Summit from the MLK Heritage Center, and Andrew Calhoun from Grace Fellowship Church here in Milwaukee. So if you're not doing anything and you're hanging out and you got stuff going, just, roll through and sign up for it.
Number 2.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but the food trucks were able to go to court and get kind of a reprieval on everything. So from WISN.com, a Milwaukee County judge temporarily blocked a food truck curfew in downtown Milwaukee after a truck owner filed a lawsuit challenging the ordinance. Judge Gene Keyes' ruling delays enforcement of the curfew until at least June 10th. The judge ordered Milwaukee police to present data on how food trucks contribute to the downtown violence during the next court hearing. Well, that probably won't happen, so I think it's time to move on. And so I've been talking about money, and I've been talking about popping off money, but I think John Hope Bryant can do it significantly better than me.
I gave the guy a fish, he'd eat for a day, okay? But I taught him how to fish. Not only is he eating for a day, not only is his family eating, his employees are eating, he's actually now teaching other people how to eat. And that ripple effect, that financial literacy is the only philanthropic or charitable or nonprofit activity that has leverage, that uses leverage. Once I teach you, you're never untaught. Once your rubber band is expanded, it doesn't go back to the same size, it's expanded. So your understanding, your appreciation for life is different. And that is the special sauce. To me, that is what makes this transformational in its potential. If I gave the guy a fish.
And so think about that. Think about the potential you would have by simply learning something. He's saying the same thing that I said about education. He's just talking about financial education. That was John Hope Bryant, president and CEO of Operation Hope. If you don't know what Operation Hope is, their mission is to expand economic opportunity, making free enterprise work for everyone. If you want, go to their website, operationhope.org. I've met him on several occasions. He is a phenomenal guy. If you have questions, just go to YouTube and look up some videos he's made. Listen to them. He's got some phenomenal books on building wealth and money in the Black community. And he's got programs, Hope Inside the Workplace, Hope Inside Disaster, Hope Inside for Youth. All those things, they've got programs that you can use and you can explore. You can go to a workshop. You can test your knowledge, your AI literacy, your financial literacy, disaster preparedness. Are you ready for it? Next time it floods, are you ready? Those types of things are the things that the Black community is going to need in order to lessen the gap. Now, will we? No, I'm not going to say that. I was about to say, will we ever lessen it? No, but there's always hope. And I think we can do it. It can be transformational for your entire family. It can be transformational. When we come back, I'm going to talk about a couple things, good debt and bad debt. And I got a second poll question for you. Based on where you are today, right? Based on what you do today. Oh, let me see. I guess we can finalize this one. When it comes to money, we are not informed, not invested, or not trusting. 45% say not informed, 35% say not invested, and 20% say not trusting. Did I say that right? Okay, let me do it again. Not informed, 45%, not invested, 35%, and not trusting, 20%. So thank you for those votes, but I got another one. My second poll question is, so think about where you are today financially. Don't lie. Don't make it up. Don't use data you don't have. Ask yourself the question right now. It's a yes or no question. Can you legally, If somebody told you today is Friday, by next Friday I need $1,000, can you legally raise $1,000 in a week? And if you can, give me a call and tell me how. 833-212-1017. Tell me how. How could you legally raise $1,000 in a week? And when we come back, we're going to dive into good debt, bad debt.
May is Skilled Trades Month, a time to celebrate the hands-on careers that keep our communities and our economy moving forward. At Junior Achievement, students learn that great careers don't always start behind a desk. With support from Komatsu, students are exploring opportunities in skilled trades, advanced manufacturing, engineering, and technology in Milwaukee's Harbor District. Thank you, Komatsu, for helping inspire the next generation of builders, problem solvers, and innovators. Learn more at ja.org.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
At UW Credit Union, we have best-in-class technology and peopleology. Like if you lose your card, you can stop by in-branch for a same-day replacement. Or you can have a new one instantly issued to the app. So whether you prefer interacting with our snappy online interface or our in-person regular faces, UW Credit Union is always here for every you. And whichever you choose, it's the best of both worlds. Join today at uwcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Here's to experiencing it all this summer in Wisconsin. Every deliciously cheesy, rockin', magical, fireworks-filled, festival-loving moment. There's Cheese Curd Fest in Ellsworth, Strawberry Fest in Cedarburg, Festival of the Arts in Stevens Point, and the Renaissance Fair in Bristol, Honor the Earth Powwow in Hayward, Mile of Music in Appleton, Venetian Fest, Bratfest, Summerfest. So many fests for your whole crew. Find them all at TravelWisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
It's Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Violation. Hey, come on. Did you violate
it? Legally. Could you raise $1,000 in a week if I gave you 1 week? Next Friday, I need $1,000. Does it depend on what the $1,000 is for? You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. We've been talking about money all day. And you heard from John Hope Bryant about there's $15 trillion, by the way. That's transferring from baby boomers to children in the next 10 years. In the next 10 years, generations will have $15 trillion to play with. Houses, cars, assets, investments, insurance, $15 trillion transfer. That's a little We're at about 38, 39 trillion. That's almost a third of the national debt in assets is going to pass to millennials and some younger Gen X. Think about that. That's a lot. Also, before the break, we were talking about what would you do? Like, can you legally raise $1,000 in a week? That's a yes, no for the poll. And then what would you do if you really understood good debt and bad debt? Like, that's my question to you. What is good debt and what is bad debt? Some people might tell you, depending on a time in your life, a house might be bad debt. If you're ill, you're sick and you can't function and you need money for hospital bills, I'm just making it up. Owning a house and paying a mortgage every month might not be a good thing. So what should you do, right? I have to say, this is me talking. This book is about 10 years old, maybe even older, but it is, for me, by far, the absolute best book I have ever read on money in my entire life. Why is that? Because it made what's going on? It made absolute perfect sense. The name of the book is called The Simple Path to Wealth, Your Roadmap to Financial Independence and a Rich, Free Life. And as I listened to it, he told the story. Listen to what I'm saying? He told the story of what white people do in order to get rich when they're older. And then he has plans on where you are in your life and how much you have and what you're doing. It's not a get rich quick. It's a simple, straightforward, easily understood way. Am I endorsing it? No, I'm saying that I thought that for me, the book was the best financial book I've ever read. And the reason I say that is because most people work in the financial field. He used to work, he left. Most people work in the financial field and they only tell you things that are going to cause you to buy certain things so that other people make money on commissions and all that. Yes, the numbers show that if you invest in a financial advisor, the financial advisor might make you, 1% to 2% more than you would have normally made. Here's my issue. Stop worrying about how much you pay in taxes, because the more money you make, the more taxes you pay, but you still have more money. Just get it out of your mind. It's like sunk costs. You already paid for it. Stop. Anything in the past, anything you messed up, anything you did great, yeah, that's great, but it was in the past. It's gone. And that's hard to handle. It's hard to deal with things that happened in the past and you couldn't correct it, and so you go through your drama. But in the end, what are you doing to move forward? What are you doing? It just is what it is. Good debt is something you can use. These are all my definitions. Good debt is something you can use other people's money to buy and pay it off quick. That's good debt. Just wipe stuff out. Done. That's good debt. Short term. You buy it now, you pay it off before it's due the next month. Boop. Good debt. House could be considered good debt. For me, this is just me talking, a 30-year mortgage is bad debt. 15-year or 20-year, good debt. Your money is tied up less time. Bad debt, car. Bad debt, credit card. Those are bad. But I got to build my credit score. You could build your credit score by only spending enough to pay your credit card off at the end of the month. And I've fallen victim to sometime paying it off, sometime not. It's called human nature and behavior. But at some point, I woke up and said, if you want to live like no one else, so that later you can live like no one else, so says Dave Ramsey, you're going to have to make some changes. And you got to pay off some debt completely. Pay off everything. Be done. It's that frivolous spending we do, right? I buy things out of necessity. Out of necessity, I buy things. To the point where sometimes I get suggestions from certain people. Yeah, you want to get a new pair of shoes? Huh? You want to get a new pair of shoes? We did that around here, didn't we, Zach? Work with a certain person that we had to go, hey, dude, yeah, get some new shoes. We teased this person about their shoes. Like, dude, when you going to get some new shoes? Literally, when he came in with some new shoes, we applauded. Yay! Like, come on. Some people are just frugal, and he's a frugal person. It's like when you travel. You don't have to be all. I see people traveling, they're gussied up and dressed up, and I'm like, why? You want to let people know? But you sit in coach. I sit in coach because it's cheap. I don't sit in coach. I don't want to pay the money. I want to sit in the back. Where you sitting? In the back. Best flights of my life are sitting in the back of the plane. You know why? When it lands, I don't have to rush anywhere. I can sit there and relax, let everybody get off the plane. Okay, y'all gone? Okay, get up. I only fly first class when it's severely discounted or somebody else pays for it. That's the other part. The problem is knowing when, because we tend to let our ego kick in. And once your ego kicks in and, well, they got new shoes. I want new shoes. I used to do that to my mother all the time. Oh, Mama, they got new shoes. Everybody else had Converse All-Stars, right? Converse. Everybody, well, they got real rubber. You know my mother bought me? $9.99 tennis shoes that were basically plastic. And everybody else would play, right? Basketball. And when they stopped, they could pivot. I stopped, I slid. I used to get talked about. Oh, my gosh. If you could, I got talked about terribly growing up. Terrible. Oh, you must have some residual effect. I don't. It's just part of growing up. People bully. People do all sorts of things. That's just life. You learn how to deal with it. Yeah. And then you learn. And I learned, and I don't know if it's good or bad, but I was so poor that I told myself I would do anything that I would have to do never to have to live like that. I would do anything I have to do for no one in my family to have to live like that. And I do. And I did. I think my mother and father would be proud of me if they were living. I had a drive and still do. I don't want to be average. I want to be excellent. I want to be above average. I'm not no, I didn't say perfect. I say excellent. That's like 10,000 rungs under perfect. Al said, yes, that is a lot, Dr. Ken. So here's the question. How much do you think is in the black community? How much what? How much money? How much what? And understand there's a delay in time. So by the time you get it on YouTube, it may be, 3, 4, 5, 10 minutes after I said something. So unless you tell me exactly what it was I said and what you're talking about, like you discussed blah, 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 blah. My question is, so I can know what it is you're talking about. So I'll wait for Al to kick that back to me. But it's important. I don't understand why we don't share with people what we did so that other people can do it, as if there's competition. Quanda said, no one's perfect, so why say practice makes perfect? Because it's one of those stupid sayings. It's up there with, if you take one step, God will take two. What? God got feet now? Huh? Those kind of things. We just have some sayings that just don't make any sense. And if you logically think about it, you go, huh? Yeah. I don't know why they say that, Quanda. It's just one of those weird things. But can you come up with $1,000? And it sounds like a lot, but over the course of a year, that's $84 a month. $84 a month. Somebody give you a total amount, $3,000. Okay. 84 times 3. 8 times 3 is 24. 4 times 4 is 16. So you can add that up, and over the course of a year, that's the amount you would have to pay in 12 months to have $1,000. Or, I'm sorry, $3,000. It's the little small brain tricks you learn that help you do those types of things. Sir John said, great show, Doc. Been there, done that as a kid with a plastic bottom gym shoe versus the real rubber. Was a learning experience which essentially fortified my level of humility and discipline today. Yep. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm missing. 11, 12. I have about 12 pair of shoes. Brown shoes, blue shoes, black shoes. That's it. And then I got some boat shoes, some white sole shoes that are felt. What do you call them? Velvet, whatever you call it. Like bucks, you know, that kind of leather, that rawhide leather, that are blue and brown. That's it. I've had all those pairs of shoes. I think wait a minute. The New Balance I'm wearing, I bought last Saturday. That's the first pair of tennis shoes I've bought in 10 years. And so because I switch shoes, I don't wear them out instead of wearing them every day. Like a certain person we know that works at 101.7 The Truth that has a show from 12 to 1. Don't tell him I said that. And so we used to tease him about his shoes. And so you have to put yourself on a schedule. That's what I did. Right now, I need dress shirts. So I got to wait till the sale comes up. Hey, we got 3-4 dress shirts for, $149 or $249. Okay. And that's it for the year. I won't buy any other shirts. And I'll pile them in with the other 15 or 20 dress shirts I have. And then every other week, I go, these 2 suits go to the cleaners. 2 weeks later, these 5 shirts go to the cleaners. I had to set up a rhythm and a schedule because my behavior would be like, I'll just take all my clothes to the cleaners. Oh, your bill is $400. What? Can't do that. You have to control your money or your money will control you. Quanda said, definitely true. I learned saving the first $1,000. Every dollar after that comes easy. Sincere says, so what did you wanted to growing up and made you go into law enforcement? What made me want to go into law enforcement? I come from a family in law enforcement. Yeah, we're going to take a break. I come from a family of law enforcement. Chicago, Cook County, Illinois State Police, Milwaukee. I have a cousin that was deputy chief of police here. And so it's something that I've always been driven to. And so I avoided it and went into radio and TV. But I kept getting pulled back and pulled back and pulled back till finally I said, let me just try it. And on my birthday in 1992, I took the test. And before my birthday came in 1993, I was sworn in the academy, moved to Milwaukee. And that was 33 years ago. And it is the absolute best decision I've ever made. I have great friends, great city, great people. Never took myself out of radio, kind of stayed in radio. And then later said, they opened it up a Black Talk radio station. I'll apply. I already told the story. Cherie gets mad every time I tell the story. I'll apply. And then I applied, and they told me, nah, we don't want you. We want somebody else. We're going in a different direction. And they hurt my feelings. They didn't hurt my feelings. They hurt my feelings, and I cried and cried. And then they called me back and said, hey, things have changed. Now, actually, they did ask me, did you want to fill in? And I was like, no. No. And I was very appreciative of that. But I didn't want to do that. Then they called me back and said, hey, you want to do? In the first year, they submitted to WBA, and I got second place behind John McCure on our sister station, 620 WTMJ. And I was mad. Now that, I was egotistical and hot. I said, absolutely not. And then some people said some things and did some things, and I was like, really? Oh, okay. Next year, first place. Then somebody won specialty programming. And I popped in. What'd I get? Boop, second place. I was like, what? Next year, boom. First place specialty program. This year I won second place again. But I didn't care. I got 2 first place where my peers in another state said the Truth Summit and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken were number 1 that year. I am good with that. I never have to get another award. I think it was phenomenal. But that was one of those things on my bucket list. I want to be able to win an award from my peers in radio that say, you have done an outstanding job. And that's all. Even with family, people tell me about my daughters, oh, you did such a marvelous job. It wasn't me by myself. My wife helped. Did most of it. But when you can take care of your part and somebody else take care of their part together, you can rock anything. Anything. You just have to overcome the fear. And then before we go to break, Sir John said, great friends, great people in conjunction with a great pension. 34 years later, right? Absolutely. Most definitely the pension. Al said you were making a comment about how much money is going to the next generation, how much money going to the black community. Well, that includes the black community too. We're talking about everybody that's a baby boomer. You got to remember, a lot of black people get wealthy. It's just later in life. Does that make sense? Where white people own a house and sell their house and have a significant net worth that's more than their salary, a couple of $100,000 a year or $150,000, whatever you're making. White people at 35 have more assets, have more net worth than their salary. Black people, especially black women, $300. That means you're in debt up to your eyeballs. In debt for your house. And so many times white people are taught, buy a house as soon as you can at age 18, save up your money, buy a little rickety house, pay it off or get it to sell it, get a new one, and build that equity up to $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000. And then you pay it off, and you don't have, at 35, you got zero house. Because the trick is 15 years. Add 15 to 18. 33. By the time you're 35 years old, you could be sitting on an asset that's worth $250,000, $300,000. Just like that. But that's not how we think. We want somebody else to do it. Want somebody else to give it to us. Want somebody else to... And that's just not how you be. There are some things in life that if you want it and it's yours, you have to do it yourself. When we come back, do you have that AOC clip? When we come back, I'm going to talk about something that AOC said and tell you why I totally disagree. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. And now with the final 101.7 The Truth traffic check of the day, here's Debbie Lazica.
It's a kind of heavy ride on southbound 43, heading right past Good Hope Road all the way down towards Bender Road. Then you're back on the brakes from Capitol Drive down through the Marquette. More delays then from Beecher all the way to about Chase. The northbound side is backing up from Fond du Lac Avenue just up to North Avenue. Very doable. Southbound 41, heavy from before Good Hope Road all the way down past Capitol Drive as well. And the northbound side backing up from Mayfair Road all the way up to Appleton Avenue. Remember, we do have that construction going on through that area as well, so it's tightening things up a bit. I'm Debbie Lazica with your WTMJ Time Saver Traffic. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, increasing clouds, a stray sprinkle is possible, a low of 48. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy with a slight chance for afternoon showers, a high of 68. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazica on 101.7 The Truth.
Are you planning a special event? Do you need a personal chef? Either way, make it tasteful. I'm Alicia the Chef, owner of Tasteful Events Catering, and we create customized food experiences for any occasion. We bring quality, flavor, and professionalism to every table. Whether it's a special event or everyday meal solutions, we focus on delivering more than just food. We create experiences. Book today or learn more online at www.tastefuleventscatering.com.
Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space, promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments, including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Tap into the best power hour in radio in Milwaukee.
So altogether, you're looking at $1,780 for your mortgage and for your property taxes in a year. And that's before you have to deal with, obviously, your water bill and electric bill. That's a steep price that people have to pay. And based off those numbers I just ran, to afford a home like that, you got to make $65,000 a year. But the problem is, here in Milwaukee, the median household income is only $54,234. That's out of whack. So again, I am all about affordability. I'm all about people getting homes. But what we have to understand is that until homes are more affordable, you can have a supply and demand problem. But the problem that we have here in the city of Milwaukee is that these prices, when people are listing these houses, they're listing them for prices that people really can't afford. And even if you do get the house and you're paying that, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is not about living paycheck to paycheck. Home ownership is about finding something that fits within your budget and building equity for the future.
Catch Truth to Power with Kyle Wallace every weekday from noon to 1 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and The Truth app.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions? Yeah, of course. Do you have any pets? Yes, we have a dog. Great. Do you have a pool outside? Nope, just a big old backyard. Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home? Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access. Awesome. Yeah. Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
This is your True Sports Update. I'm Andrew Zimmel. The Brewers are ready for a 6-game homestand starting tonight against the Yankees at American Family Field. General Manager Matt Arnold.
There are a lot of people interested this weekend because, the Yankees don't come into town very often, and they're a really good team. And honestly, if you can't make it out this weekend, the Padres are coming in, and they're going to be a tough team the rest of the way, too, and they're going to be here, next week as well. So it's going to be a fun homestand for the Brewers.
Also in tonight's game, CeCe Sabathia and David Parker will be inducted into the Brewers' Wall of Honor. They'll both be recognized on field with special pregame video and ceremonial first pitch. Jacob Mizrowski takes the mound for the game 1 of the series. 6:40 first pitch. Coverage begins at 6 p.m. After officially introducing Taylor Jenkins as their new head coach, the Bucks are now turning their attention to the NBA draft. Draft lottery is this Sunday. ESPN says the Bucks have a 3% chance of the top overall pick. For your True Sports Update, I'm Andrew Zimmel.
More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Must be Friday afternoon. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris, 44 minutes after the hour. Can you legally raise up $1,000 in a week? 72% say yes, 27% say nope. And George is still in the YouTube chat pontificating and, whatever. Okay. You know how when you do stuff and you say something, then they just go right back, whatever. 833-212-1017 is the number. I want you all to hear what AOC said. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I want y'all to hear what she said about being a billionaire.
You can't earn $1 billion.
That's right.
You just can't earn that.
That's exactly correct.
You can get market power. You can break rules. You can do all sorts of things. You can abuse labor laws.
Yep.
You can pay people less than what they're worth.
Yep.
But you can't earn that, right? Since you didn't earn that, you have to create a myth of earning it. You can't earn $1 billion.
Do you believe that? 833-212-1017. That statement, notice I got to qualify because some people are going to jump on you if you don't. That statement, not her, that statement and belief is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. You got an iPhone, Zach? I don't know how much you pay for your iPhone. You probably paid like everybody else, right? You paid over time.
Yeah.
And you paid, $20, $30 a month for like 3 years, and then your phone was paid for, right? So what makes you think that phone times however many, you didn't make $1 billion? You sold a product. That's making $1 billion. We have to go all into how much did you pay the people making it? How much did you, all that to say to say you didn't earn your money, like you took advantage of somebody. I know other people that believe that, and it's just a lie from the pit of hell. Does it happen? Absolutely, it happens. Some people exploit other people. That's a terrible thing, and we need to fix that. But by and large, you can make $1 billion. You can make $1 million. If you can figure out something that you could sell for $1,000 and sell it to 1,000 people, that is $1 million. If you make it for $500, listen to what I'm saying, $500, and you sell it to 2,000 people, that's $1 million. If you get something for $250 and sell it to how many? 4,000 people, that's $1 million. If you can make $1 million that quick, you can make $1,000 in a week. You can make $1 billion over time without cheating people, without taking advantage of people. People are paid for the skill set that they have. If your skill set is not high enough, you're not going to get paid more. That is how life works. You live in probably the most prosperous time ever with the advent of AI and learning how to use it, learning how to generate things people need. Now, is it easy for everybody? Absolutely not. But the funny part is this. When I started in talk radio, it was hard. Now it's not. Everything that's easy first started hard. Todd from Waterford, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. How are you?
Wonderful, Dr. Ken. I hope you are as well.
I am.
Great. I think a lot of people don't realize money doesn't sleep. And, the CEOs and the COOs, they answer to their boards and their shareholders. So they are under tremendous pressure. And for one to get there, just like I'm sure you know as well, sir, you spent a lot of time, like you had spoke about before, doing things that doing your schooling and brought you away from your family and having fun with everybody else. But you were dedicated to that. And, you know, granted, there are, you know, the first generation makes it, the second generation runs it, and the third generation would sell these big companies. But I wish people really realized how difficult it is to have that money. You know, look at Elon Musk. I mean, granted, he's a genius. And
what do you mean difficult to have that money? I got about 30 seconds, but difficult.
All right, difficult. He busted his hump to get it, and he made it. And give him credit for that. You can't tax him to death and blame the man for being successful. And I wish people would realize that success does not come easily.
No, it doesn't. Thank you, Todd. I appreciate it. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon.
Coming with straight truth.
One can invest their whole life and effort in helping the community, and sometimes they don't get nothing back. But you know what? You keep on going with it, okay? God bless you. Happy upcoming Father's Day. And hang on in there. And Tori, don't worry about what nobody say about you, because they're going to talk about you anyway, because they can't do what you do.
Catch the Tori Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family and help out in your community. You've been there for so many others. But when life challenges you, when rising costs, unexpected repairs, medical bills, or simply a rough stretch make it hard to keep up on a limited or low income, you're not alone. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are here for you, working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. If you're struggling with high utility bills, facing a disconnect notice, or dealing with a furnace emergency and your limited or low income isn't enough, support is available. Visit www.heat.help or call 1-800-506-5596 to apply for a hand up.
Walk in for a suit, walk out with two. It's buy one, get one half off throughout May at Nicobani's. Suits, blazers, hats, jeans, and more. Everything you need from a hands-on team that styles you from head to toe. Find a suit, add shoes for half the price. Land the perfect two-piece set, now add a vest for 50% less. Prom, graduation, galas, whatever's on your calendar, now's the time to stop in to Nicobani's. Second floor at Mayfair Mall across from AMC. Buy one, get one half off throughout May at Nicobani's. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details.
At UW Credit Union, our home loans have everything you need for your next big step, including up to $750 off closing costs for all home buyers. And first-time buyers can save even more. So if you're ready to trade roomies for more room, or your townhome for an out-of-town home, UW Credit Union will be with you from start to furnished. UW Credit Union. Apply online today. Equal housing lender. Credit may be limited as required by program. Visit uwcu.org for details.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
So somebody Crystal said, I will never understand the mentality of people who defend billionaires. They are laughing at you while they're defending themselves. It's unfortunate because I want to be a billionaire. That's interesting. She said most billionaires' wealth is taken, not earned. 60% comes from either inheritance, cronyism, or corruption or monopoly power. Oxfam writes in the report. I said, oh, Oxfam, the people who take other people's money as a nonprofit to pay their salaries, get rich, and then complain about for-profit businesses. Right. That's trash. Okay. The comment is trash, not Crystal, because I don't want people to misinterpret everything. Everybody gets a little sensitive. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tori Lowe Show is coming up next. Have a really, really great weekend. Relax. Take it easy. Breathe, for goodness sake. Take a break. We'll be back Monday. God bless. Take care. Zach, appreciate you as always. Have a great evening. I'm out.
Be quiet.
Chicken head.